everybody. How we doing? I'm like over here taking my hoodie off because it's too hot to be wearing it and getting ready to eat some tacos. You know what I'm saying? Whew, it's hot. I was outside walking the dog, getting the food, blah, 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 ta, ta, ta. You know how it goes. Anywho, how we doing? Happy Monday, everybody. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing okay. Oh, I'm like sweaty. I had the Drag Race España review earlier today with Maddie, which was a lot of fun. Honey, move. What are you doing? Get out of there. Oh, hello. Hi, Feral Kitty. Hello. Bonjour. Don't mind me. I'm like, ooh, it's starting to get warm over here. Like, winter feels like it's mostly gone. You're in the future. Oh my gosh. So tell me, how's the future treating you? Is the world still crazy? Well, actually, to see you say it's Tuesday, which is perfect because I'm doing Taco Tuesday on a Monday. What? So yes, this weekend was a bit of a whirlwind. There was a lot going on. I was also feeling like a little bit overwhelmed. So I wanted to stick to at least cooking my new recipe, which I did. I made some ropa vieja. I actually need to upload the video here onto the YouTubes. But I was just too tired to like do a mukbang. But here we are today having a taco party. So I ordered from Taqueria Viva Mexico here in Alameda. You better send those to me in the DMs. Send me those lotto numbers. So yes, tonight we have a cute little taco party for me and you and us and not Honey. Honey, move. She keeps trying to get right under me so she can catch things as they fall. So we have 2 chile verde tacos. Chile verde is pork in like green chile sauce. And then they have 2 kinds of chicken, which I'd had the chile verde plate before, so I knew I liked it. And then I'm trying out the chicken. Oh my God, I'm like salivating. So I got shredded chicken and then grilled chicken. So we have 2 types of chicken tacos. And then let's make a little plate trifecta. There we go. And then, there we go. I have some, let me take the blur away. I have the blur for the review. But you guys, we want to make sure that you can see the food. Okay, so I've got some tacos. I've got some chips. Because really, I love tacos, but so often the tortillas are like so greasy and like a little too much. So I end up kind of eating like deconstructed like nachos, kind of like in a way, because I'll just eat them with the chips. And then I have some beans here. I have some salsa. We're going to get that in the frame. Move some things around so we can see things correctly. Put this out of the way. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, I can stop trying to clean up. Honey is living her best life. Look at her back under here. Okay, I'm salivating. I'm hungry. I had a little bit of a workout right before this, which is also why I was like so sweaty. So favorite taco shell, soft, hard, inside soft. I like them all. So here in California, most of the traditional taqueria places are going to give you a street taco, which is just going to be a soft tortilla, a small one. So they're like small, they're like hand size. It's usually 2 tortillas, really small, some meat, some onion, some cilantro, and some limes. And that's basically what I got today, was like street style tacos. Then you have like what they call like the big tacos, which is kind of like you get them in the soft shell, but you get them a little bit bigger. Maybe it has like the cheese and the sour cream and like all the other stuff on it. And then you have some places that will give you the crispy taco, because really the crispy taco is more of like a Tex-Mex kind of a thing. It's really more of like an American thing. Although in Mexico they do the deep fried ones, but again, it's not like the pretty shell like we see here. Like they'll do the soft taco, they'll put some meat in it, like take some toothpicks or something, pinch it, and then deep fry that. And then you stuff that. Oh my God, so many tacos. I mean, again, Mexico, I'm talking over here like I'm Mexican. I'm not, but I have had a lot of Mexican food. But I also humbly recognize that Mexico is very large and there's a lot of different regional styles, approaches to food, including tacos. Because like I know those deep fried ones, there's like a place in LA that's very known for it. They do like very simple deep fried tacos, and that's a very specific regional thing. I don't remember to what part of Mexico, but it's like very specific to a part of Mexico. And then some taquerias are going to give you the pickled vegetables with it too, which is like pickled carrot, sometimes pickled jalapeno. Today they just gave me carrots. Okay. So, first taco. I know I'm going to like the carne asada. The chile verde. I have not had the chicken. So let's go for the chicken first. So I usually do take at least a bite in the taco shell. And then depending on how like greasy or not it is, I might finish it off in the taco shell, or I might just like deconstruct it and eat it with chips. So let's see. We're having, I think, yeah, this has to be grilled. This doesn't look like shredded. It looks like marinated and grilled chicken. Bon appetit. Here's first bite. Yum. I should have had the first bite without the hot sauce, so I could really taste it. So now I really taste this hot sauce. So it tastes really good. Let's see. Hold on. But the tortilla shells are actually pretty good. I wonder if they make them grilled chicken. You know, it's actually pretty good. They got here early. I scheduled the delivery, hoping it would get here closer to 7. It got here at like 6:15. So I put it all in the microwave, like all in its packaging, and it sat there and kept somewhat warm. I had to reheat it, so the chicken is a little bit kind of like reheated grilled chicken, but it's actually not bad. It's good. Need some more lime. So grilled chicken might be a maybe if I ever have to reheat it. If I'm just gonna eat it when it gets here, grilled chicken's pretty good. Not too bad. I'm guessing they do make their tortillas, because these are definitely house-made tortilla chips. They're really good. Oh my God. That's another benchmark of like a good Mexican restaurant. Their tortilla chips. Oop. See, that's why she sits down there. But not today. I need to move. Okay. I feel like I can just eat the chicken and save space of the tortilla. Okay. Chicken, grilled, a maybe. I feel like ordering it at the restaurant is probably the best bet for that. But not bad. Not bad. For sure. Yeah. Or pork. Like pork is really good for that. So like chile verde keeps really well. When I order the chile verde plate, I don't eat it all in one sitting. But it's great for leftovers because it just keeps so well and it reheats really well. So actually, let's go for a chile verde. Chile verde. which again is another marker for me of a Mexican restaurant. Not all of them make chile verde. A lot of them, it's like al pastor, carnitas, carne molida, carne asada, some kind of pollo, maybe a fish. So here we have chile verde. And chile verde is already usually pretty spicy, so I'm not going to put any hot sauce on it yet. I'm going to take a bite, see how that goes. Mm. 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 Very true. Which is my most of the time, if you're eating like leftover fish or chicken, you're better off eating it cold than reheating it. It's going to be better that way. You don't reheat that well. Oh, that chile verde is good. Let's see, like here. Now I want it with the chips. How do I do this without making a mess? Let's see. Oh, that's good. The other thing, this is not, I mean, this is like date 5, 6 food. This is not first date food at all. Because I'm like all up in my mouth, on my fingers. It's so messy, but it's so good. How you doing? It's really good. It's so delicious. I'm having taqueria. What's their name? Taqueria Viva Mexico. A local spot that I found, which I've been trying to find a good Mexican spot that's close by. There was a restaurant that like I went to faithfully ever since I moved here to Alameda. But unfortunately, the pandemic, they weren't able to survive the pandemic. I know a big part of their business was like parties. They had a second floor. So a lot of it was like, those weekend like, birthday parties and stuff like that. Excuse me. It's really sad. A lot of places are gone. Yeah. That's how it is sometimes. First day food. You need to eat a meal before you go out. I know that's right. And then you just kind of like daintily pick on like an appetizer that's like handheld and cute. mm, 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 mm. I was so hungry. My gosh. Not even talking really. We're like, it's just mukbang today. Barely any Kiki. But no, let's Kiki. Let's talk. So Twitter is all a Twitter. Very much in flames and very much, a lot of people are concerned, but rightfully so, that okay, so if Bezos is Lex Luthor, right? Lex Luthor, that's the bald one, right? Who is Elon Musk? Like evil villain guy. Is he like Magneto? Yeah. So Magneto put a bid in to buy Twitter. He's made an offer that really makes no business sense. It's just him having a midlife crisis, honestly. But it's an offer that the board of directors and the shareholders and everybody has to review. They don't have to accept it. They don't have to sell it to him. They have to take it into consideration, but they don't have to sell it to him. And then I saw another thread today that was interesting, that even if Magneto buys Twitter, just because he owns it doesn't mean he can really do that much of a change. There's still the user base that really sways how the company goes, right? Because they're the ones using it. I don't know. There's all the people that run it. It's not like he can fire everybody and rehire, although I don't know. if he really was a madman. Maybe that's what he would do. I don't know. There's a lot of things. I know, right? It could be worse. It could be Trump. Well, Trump's not actually rich enough. See, he just pretends to be, and he's just grifting, which is what he's on. Still a continuous grift. I mean, Trump, what he did was try to start his own company. There's like the Truth Social one, but nobody uses it, and it's just basically like a diary for him, which is so ridiculous. But I don't know. It's it's a little concerning that one person, like, that money could solve so many problems in this country if he decided to put it to good use. He's offered before to do altruistic things, but he never actually does them. He just offers. He offered to help Puerto Rico. He never did. He offered to help the UN if he offered to give the UN, what was it, $6 billion if they showed him the books and showed him what they would do with it. They did. He never gave them the money. So it just looks like he's like in a pissing contest with Bezos right now, honestly. I guess the only thing I can think of why he would want to is maybe he thinks he can change policies that he doesn't personally like. But that's still concerning. Like, you're buying a company like it's a new car because you don't like all the colors on the car and you want to change it and you want to make it your own little toy. And it's just, it's just ridiculous. We should buy Truth Social and turn it into an LGBTQ plus social media site. I know, right? I'm sure that we could probably put a bid together because I'm sure it's not worth that much. But no, I mean, I remember a couple of weeks ago, I posted, who's working on the new Twitter. And there's some programmer and some developer and some designer right now in some garage somewhere or in some loft somewhere right now trying to figure out the new Twitter, because Twitter wasn't the first Twitter. We had Tumblr, we had Friendster. Remember Friendster? Talk about aging yourself. Do y'all remember Friendster? Pre-Facebook, yo. Pre-Facebook. When Friendster was around, I think that's when Facebook was only colleges. Like, you had to have like a .edu email address to be able to sign up to Facebook, because it was originally for that. But yeah, remember Friendster, y'all? Remember MySpace? I mean, MySpace was everything. And Twitter originally was just for tech people who would be out on the field working on projects. This was when cell phones were still very rudimentary in terms of, like, compared to what they are now, which is like little computers. And if a project manager wanted to send out like an info blast to a lot of people, that's what Twitter was originally for. And now look at it. MySpace days. Remember top 8? Remember your MySpace top 8? Remember, like, when we all figured out how to do the HTML to add like a little music player to your page, or like a flashing GIF or something like that? So funny. So I say all that to say, I love Twitter. Like, it's the social media platform that I use the most. But if, Magneto, if for whatever reason the shareholders and the board of directors decide to go through with the sale, that will be the motivation for, those scrappy developers and engineers that are trying to figure out the new version now to finish it. And then the next thing will come around. And 5 years from now, I mean, look at TikTok. Look at TikTok. I fought against TikTok in terms of like me downloading it for the longest. I was like, this is not for me. I don't want to be watching silly little white kids dancing. Like, not my thing. It's not my thing. It's not my thing. TikTok is for little white kids that like to dance in a way that like shows that they don't actually know how to dance. But then enough TikToks were making their way to my Twitter timeline, and they were so funny or creative. And like, I really hate the ones that where people try to do gimmicky things with food where they waste food. I hate those. But then really good food content started coming to my timeline on Twitter. And finally I was like, all right, I gotta sign up for TikTok. Fine. And now because also I'm just creating content, it was like, all right, well, you gotta try out the different platforms for like promoting your content creating or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? The music that could not be muted, yes. That would totally give you away that you were on MySpace. A revolution was planned on Twitter, and now we just vent and whatnot on it. Yeah. I mean, and there's still revolutions happening on Twitter, which, I mean, if you want to also get kind of conspiracy theory about the motivation for a Magneto to want to buy a platform like Twitter, is because it's so democratic. It's because so much information has come out, so much organizing, so much unionizing. I mean, look at all the unions that are sprouting up left and right. And a lot of that is through organizing through social media, especially platforms like Twitter. And I mean, Elon Musk, Tesla right now has a huge lawsuit against them because they're just, allegedly, not allegedly, like super racist at their headquarters. And they just like are very open about it. And so they have a case right now against them, a discrimination case. And so then again, if you put on your little conspiracy theory hat, capitalism hat, whatnot, maybe Magneto wants to thwart those efforts that pop up on a place like Twitter, because Twitter has become such a beacon and such a lightning rod for organizers. Yeah, I don't have TikTok yet. If you haven't felt compelled to, don't bother, because it is a little bit just of another time suck. But I do enjoy it for cooking. Like I get some inspiration for new recipes on there. And sometimes I find cute videos. Like there was the two, I think they're brothers, and they put the video on, like one of them starts playing the song, and it's We Don't Talk About Bruno, but to like the music of WAP. And so there's some hoes in this house. But then it's We Don't Talk About Bruno starts coming out, and then the two of them are dancing with the chihuahua. Like content like that. Mwah. Mwah, TikTok. Mwah. It's gold. It's gold. Social media sites, apps change over time as the number of users increase. Yeah, increase, decrease, move. As some of you know or might not know, my day job, I work for a social media company. I have a very boring, office job. I'm an executive assistant for like lawyers, so it doesn't like feel very social media-y. But TikTok is blowing up. Like TikTok is leaving a lot of these girlies in the dust. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. TikTok is like that girl right now. She's like out here like getting the gigs. She's Maddie from Euphoria. She is that girl. And so, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. They do that. So imagine if he then owns a platform where so much organizing happens for said unionizing. I think he might think that he can just push a button and like mute all those messages. Which, I mean, information will get disseminated one way or another. It's just like how the kids, again, on TikTok, find ways around the algorithm, because the algorithm will like suppress things that have certain words. So then they'll use different words, very pig Latin-y, right? But the message gets across. The message gets across. Yeah, if TikTok's algorithm, it's very good. Like, it's very honed in. They very much, they're like, okay, she likes to smell roses, she likes to smell lilies. We're gonna give her a bunch of roses and lilies content. But I'm like, yo, but I like peonies too, and I like lavender too, and like I like a cactus once in a while too. And so that's the good thing about Twitter, is that Twitter recognizes that you like the cactus and the lavender and, you know, the moss and all those things, and it'll push all those things into your feed versus a TikTok that's so hyper focused to give you that one thing that they think that you're interacting with the most. Because I think that's the one thing that would hold back a TikTok from taking over Twitter, what Twitter does for us and how we interact with Twitter. Yeah, I mean, also like artists, so many artists depend on a platform like Twitter to, you know, get more engagement. And, you know, all of that is content and data, which is the other flag that some people are raising in terms of Magneto. Another, again, we're dissecting this, another motivation for him wanting to acquire a company like this. It's really not even about any of the things that we mentioned above. He might just want the data. And because that influences a lot. Data is really the other like secret like power that they have over us. So imagine you're an artist, you post your art to Twitter because you want to promote it, but somehow Tesla owns it. And then a year from now, there's like Teslas that are wrapped with your art because somehow in the terms of service, you consented that by you posting your art on Twitter, somehow Tesla now owns it. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, yo. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. I've come to realize, while it's possible for good people to become rich, only total assholes stay rich because they never use their money to help others. And you could actually, some of these mofos could even stay rich and help out more. They just don't want to. Oh, you want to get down the deep rabbit hole of like Mimi Cherry conspiracies. I mean, talk about, you know, the public school education system, right? How much it's been broken since we were kids, right? And even then it still had its struggles. And to me, part of that is because with the internet, again, information and access to information was democratized, and the dollar value to access said information became way more accessible for a lot of people. And information and education is power. Power is knowledge. So the ones that are powerful, if they want to stay powerful, they need more people under them to be dumb enough to work all the menial jobs that they want to pay people minimum wage for. Because if they're dumb enough, they'll just do it. And so by failing to fund the school systems, you're just mining and farming stupid people younger. Because I don't understand, like, why are teachers so underpaid? Why do teachers have to go out of their own pocket to pay for like pencils and paper? Like, that's all on purpose. That's not by accident. It's not by accident that that's reality, and at the same time the Pentagon has the budget that it has. It's not by accident. It's really not. They do. Where they teach them that Jesus hung out with the dinosaurs. Like, I'm pretty sure there's like creationism museums where they have displays where it's like Jesus hanging out with the dinosaurs. That was reality. Oh no, man. It's crazy out in these streets. It'll be interesting to see what happens in the next few years, just given all the geopolitical and socioeconomic, impact that a 2+ year pandemic has on the world, because it's been everybody. That's been impacted, you know? Anyhow, we're down to the wire on our mini taco party, Mukbang Kiki. This was actually pretty good. I feel like I prefer the dinner plate. I think just getting the chile verde dinner plate with like the beans and the rice is better than this. But this is pretty good. Last time I ordered tacos from a different restaurant, they were so bad. I took 2 bites and I literally threw it out. It was so bad. And I felt so bad because I hate wasting food. But it was just like unpalatable. Like I just couldn't get it down. It was not good. Not good. Germany teaches a lot about their horrible history to try and prevent it from happening again. Looking at the US and their CRT bullshit kind of makes me crazy. Of course. And the thing about the CRT argument is that it's a straw man argument, because critical race theory is not taught to kids. It's something that's taught in law school. Like, not even your average Joe is taking critical race theory. Now, they're taking that and curriculum that addresses racial disparities and making one with the other and making it seem like they're the same thing. And they're not. And again, it's easier to latch on to culture war items like that than it is to address the failing water pipelines. Flint still doesn't have clean water. The homeless problem in California. But no, let's talk about, trans athletes, Disney saying gay, and CRT. Our baby's racist. She's gonna get lucky. I'm gonna give her a tiny chip for being a good girl. There you go. Good job. Whew. That didn't seem like a lot, but I'm stuffed. This was good. Let's see. What else did I have on my Kiki list? The other topic I had was Drag Race finale. We all know. I mean, I'm not upset. I was happy. At the beginning of the finale, I was hoping it would be either Camden or Willow. And then when that final lip sync happened, and Camden, I love you. You're my girl. You're my Bay Area girl. But just because you pull off a stunt once doesn't mean you try to pull it off again in the finale, because the falling down and the dropping of the clunky wig with the crown to then pull out that flat red wig that got tangled, it very much gave me, Dead Butterflies execution vibe. It just was not the gig. And at that moment, and Willow was just doing so well. Like, she came out in that weird funky pantsuit, then the suit jacket comes off and she has those big crazy pants, and then all of a sudden, bam, she's in her little J-Lo cutting up outfit. And at that point, that's when Camden is fumbling the, that last move. And that's when I was like, oh, Willow won. Yeah, I wanted Camden to win too. Yeah, it just was not the gig, girl. It's like she didn't learn the lesson from, what was it, the roast, right? When they told her that, sometimes you can't take the joke too far, like the echo that went too far. It was the wig that dropped too many times. It was the stunted fall that fell too many times. And and again, no diss. Get your coin, girl. Get your coin. But that she's going to be doing that on the road. So, why do it at the finale? Save it as your, road gig stunt. You know what I'm saying? It's just not the gig. Lip sync was a big crap compared to what the performances early in the season. It was okay. It was okay. I think they did pretty good. It wasn't mind blowing. But again, Willow did better than Camden, unfortunately. Unfortunately. But the good thing is, Camden will take her trip and fall gig all over the world. They're gonna eat it up in Singapore. They're gonna eat it up in Brazil. They're gonna eat it up everywhere. So, she'll take that on the road. I know that they're gonna bring her back for an All Stars because how could you not bring her back for an All Stars? And she gave some redemption to the Bay Area because the Bay Area, it's like RuPaul, I don't know, some Bay Area drag queen must have pissed in RuPaul's mouth however many years ago because it's very rare that Bay Area queens get put on the drag race. So I was just excited for that. But anywho, we're just in time that if you want to hop over and catch Maddie on Scotty's channel, I know that they're doing their live thing right now to talk about the Bad Boys Club. So go on over there and show them some love. Thank you for hanging out with me on this Monday evening. A cute little mukbang and Kiki mini taco party. I hope you all have a wonderful week. And I'll be back. I'll be back. I'm teasing y'all. One of these days I'll do a get ready with me. I still want to do a cook with me. So that's all coming to the channel. So subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know in the comments what I should eat next for our next mukbang and Kiki. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for everything. Besos to you all. Au revoir. Adios. Goodbye.